Thank you guys for tuning in to FOSA Spotlight. We're in the right place if you want to be inspired to be empowered. I am your host, Crystal Boyd. Certainly is a pleasure, you know it. Without any hesitation, we are going to get into today's topic, and that is goodbye, hello. I like that. Goodbye, hello. Well, oftentimes I start these episodes with discussing the definition. I think everybody knows what goodbye and hello is. That's great. So that means we can dive right in. So what am I talking about when it comes to goodbye, hello? Specifically as it relates, like I truly believe, life is ongoing. So we got plenty of things in action, motion, all of that. Personal, private, family, friends, work, church. There's so much involvement, just so much. All right. But within that means there's seasons. That's what goodbye and hello would represent. Furthermore, I believe you need the goodbye for the proper hello. Like it shows some type of alignment there that has to be done. Something has to be done. When something ends, very well, there's a beginning of something else. Think about it. When you've had a job that, for whatever reason, you felt it in your spirit or you knew the time was coming where it was going to be a change. You knew you would still work, but not at that place, right? Yeah. So guess what? You had to say goodbye and hello to something. And not only that, let's just say that you didn't leave that place in a disarray. I hope you didn't, because you can't really have a good reference or good job work history if you treat your current, soon to be past employer in disregard and just say, hey, I just up and quit. That's no good. You can say hello to something, but that may follow you. So in other words, when we're saying goodbye to something, let's leave it in good condition. Let's put on our big boy pants and address things that may need to be addressed, or just leave things in a better condition. I always respected my past employer, and even then, like if they could give a good reference, if I could be helpful in training, all of that. So the better thing is, what condition are you leaving your goodbye to your hello? Because you can't treat something like trash here and then want to go over there and things, you treat that golden, because that's attached to your character. It really is. So on with the goodbye, hello. So next up is, I think about when God refers to just different things and changes. So we have the part in the Bible where it's Sodom and Gomorrah. We already know what was going on with that, the backstory with Abraham and Lot, and God wanting to do away with Sodom and Gomorrah. It's about to be over with. And what do you know? They're leaving. And I believe it was Lot's wife that looked back. So that's a whole lesson learned right here, because God was calling them to say goodbye to something and hello to something else. God already made a provision, but I've been that person that looked back. So I can't look at this story and just say, oh, woe is her, because, woe is her. That's terrible, but not in pity, but definitely in that I've been there and looking back, and oh gosh, it can be fearful to go forward sometimes. It's new. It may make you feel uncomfortable, but that that changes. And sometimes I know I'm going to be uncomfortable, but I force myself to be okay with it. And later on, it comes full circle and I'm so okay with it. I recall moving a couple of times because I've just been, I will move. That's one thing about it. I will do that. But yeah, so my last move beforehand, leaving from my hometown, it just seemed like that last day couldn't last long enough. It just wasn't. I was really savoring the last few times I was able to be around my mom, my sisters, even my grandma, and all of that, and just like, wow, I'm really leaving. That was a lot to take in. And as much as I had great comfort, I knew that I had to be uncomfortable for a while where I was going. And it took some time to straighten that out. But it was me imagining and knowing and believing when God showed me what I needed to do and believing that that alignment would come full circle, that I wouldn't feel that uncomfortableness for long. Uncomfort for long. And then later on, I was okay. Like today, oh my gosh, I'm so much better. Still miss my family. Now, that ain't going to be taken away, okay? But I can weather this a little bit better. You know, you do the things you call make time to visit your family, and that's how that goes. But yes, there are times where you may feel uncomfortable, but you just have to ride through it. Now, there's a part of about adjustments that can make this easier when you're saying goodbye and hello to something, okay? So think about small changes that you can make that's going to help you not feel overwhelmed, because you feel overwhelmed, you get too uncomfortable or whatever, fear sets in, you might abandon the whole mission, which that's not what needs to be done, because then you're really forfeiting on the work, whatever you put into something, just because of this fear or whatever it may be that has you just not so sure. But you make some adjustments to whatever your transition is, and I guarantee you that will help you do it. Yeah, I've even heard of small things like just to help people with change, because the biggest thing that people fear is usually change. Gosh, I'm even one of those people, but I got better. And I get better and better with that. So I'm hoping that same thing for you. So what they said, and I say they because I don't know what these exact sources were, but it's good to do something different every once in a while, right? Like this pattern that you have, specifically patterns, not something new to you, but something that you have as a normal thing that you do, but change it up and do something different. Because what is that saying? I will get out of my comfort zone. Yeah. So every now and then, I do that myself. I'll even find myself trying foods that I know the texture is not something I'm down for, all of that, because I just want to make sure I don't like it. We don't have that ability to try everything in life like that. You know, God did give us some discernment and judgment to work with, but I do nonetheless try to introduce that along the way. So, last but not least, think about the fact that God does want to do a new thing with us. You know, He has given us purpose. He allows us to walk it out. He equips us with everything we need to do that. But it may not just be one new thing. He may want to do several new things with you. So keep an open mind. Be willing and allow God to show you where you need to say goodbye to something and hello to something else. That's okay. And honestly, that was my call to action out of all that has been discussed. If you haven't already, be sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe. That's right. We're open to suggestions. As always, you got topics that you think you would like us to talk about, send them my way. I would love to listen. info@fosa.company. Certainly our email. Please put in the subject line podcast title. I think that would be appropriate. And then, yes, the website, still a work in progress, but certainly you guys will be up to speed when that is available. I'm so excited. I'm still waiting, but waiting patiently. Okay. Until next time. Okay, now.